This video is for the girls without boyfriends, with boyfriends, with this huge group of friends, for the people that have no friends, for the girls that are learning to love themselves, or for the girls that have been on their self-love journey for a long old time. This video is for everyone. It's cute little reminders about the love that we have in our life and what we can do to bring some more in. So let's get into the video. Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing well. If you've never seen my face before, hello, I'm Darcey. I've just got ready for date night. I wanted to talk about love, but in all of its forms. I thought it was quite fitting because of this time of year, but I feel like this can be watched at any point. But I wanted to romanticize doing my makeup for date night. This is a rather spontaneous decision. I've been meaning to film a proper get ready with me for ages because for some reason they're the best performing things on my YouTube. I don't want to deprive you guys of what you enjoy. So it's the day before Valentine's Day right now and I'm actually going for dinner tonight with my boyfriend. We're not doing anything big, special, fancy. Like, we've just come back from travelling and spent way too much money while we were away. So we're going for Wagamama's, which is like our love language. It's our favourite thing in the whole wide world. I decided to put on my pink top. I did my nails yesterday, baby pink. Got my little baby pink hair clipped in. We're going to do cutesy date night makeup, but maybe put a little bit more blush on than normal to make it to make it more Valentine's themed. Should I try and use like only pink products? Oh my god, I'm actually going to do it. Unintentionally, this video has turned into doing date night makeup only using pink products. Skin prep, I've been enjoying using these collagen pads. Where are these from? Mediheal. I'm trying to get a lot better at my makeup prep. Fun fact, I've actually been with my boyfriend for over 4 years. It'll be 4.5 years on the 1st of March, and this is our first Valentine's Day that we've ever spent together. He's usually away skiing, so I've never actually spent the day with him. I feel like this is perfect. I just had a PR delivery from Glow Recipe, so this is making my life a lot easier. The fact I'm even drinking out of my pink cup. I've never actually tried this, so this will be first impressions. The Watermelon Glow moisturiser. I'm gonna use quite a lot. I really like thick moisturisers and I feel like this one isn't. I want to make sure I title this in a way that isn't people that are just in relationships clicking on this, because if I'm going to categorise it into 3 things, there's self-love, platonic love and romantic love. And I think out of all 3, self-love is the most important, but I feel like that's obvious. I think as long as you have one of the 3, you're all good. Okay, I'm going to try. I've not actually tried this properly. Should I do this one? This is the Dew Drops, but I also have Dewy Flush. If you can learn to love yourself and start your self-love journey, then you're able to give yourself one of the 3 types of love. I think it's really special because it means you don't have to rely on anyone for something. Like, it's something that no one can take away from you. If you're fortunate to have a really strong romantic relationship or platonic relationship with your friends, it fills the void of missing out on the others. Your friends or partner will hopefully support you and encourage you to learn self-love so that eventually you'll have that part ticked off too. For a while, I didn't have self-love and I only had my boyfriend, but he supported me enough to the point where I now have all 3 areas ticked off. This is what we're looking like. It's actually made my skin really glowy. We're gonna go in with Kylie Skin Tint. Primer. I've actually got, where's my pink primer? I'm gonna use this one because it's pink. It's times like these that we're so quick to realise the things we don't have in our life. Like, oh, it's Valentine's Day but I don't have a boyfriend, or it's Galentine's and I don't have any friends. You can have Galentine's with yourself. You can have Valentine's with your partner. Like, you don't have to tick all the boxes to still be happy. I wanted to mention that before I start talking about like relationship, love and all that stuff, because while it's nice to have, it's not the be all and end all. It's important to have other things going for you as well. Oh my god, my skin feels so sticky right now. Luckily, most brands love the colour pink, so I feel like this is actually going to be quite easy. I think it's very easy to get swept up in the idea of, when it comes to like birthdays, date nights and all that jazz, big extravagant date nights, buying these really expensive dresses and staying in these expensive hotels up in London or like wherever they lived, or going on holidays. What I'm trying to say is, where is my concealer? For concealer, I'm going to do Huda Beauty, but can we just pretend that I'm using this colour corrector as my concealer so that it technically counts as pink? Actually, maybe I'll mix it so that it has a little bit of pink honey face frosting. This is the cream bronzer I use anyway. It doesn't make us any less in love. Like, whatever you end up doing with your plans, if it feels right for both of you, then it really doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't make you any less in love because you're spending less money or you're doing something less dramatic or whatever. Like, if you are doing those things, like, if you're happy, I'm happy. Do you know what I mean? These big declarations of love can sometimes just be throwing money at a situation rather than being thoughtful. Waggers is our favourite place on earth, and I cannot wait. It's gonna be so yummy. I actually think I've got a free one on my points. Obviously I'm filming this around Valentine's Day, but I don't want this to be like any less valid when someone watches this. So blusher, I'm gonna use my Road Piggy. I feel like this is the perfect pink shade. I don't know why these videos seem to be the best ones on my channel, because I barely ever do them, but I was looking through my content and my analytics and stuff, and I was like, well, I'm gonna give it another go and just see how people respond to it. I hope that combining the colour corrector and the concealer together works. Touching on my last point quickly, if you feel like you're lacking a certain type of love in your life, whether that's romantic, self-love, platonic love, just know like it isn't forever. That's not going to always be your narrative. You're not always going to be the girl that doesn't have friends. You're not always going to be the girl that's not in a relationship. You're not always going to be the girl that hates herself. Like, if you want to change the narrative, then you can. I'm not saying like you're able just to go like, I want friends, because I just think there's probably a lot of steps. I've done a lot of self-development and a lot of like shadow work and a lot of growing and a lot of like alone time, and it's changed me a lot. But the person that I was before, I understand why she didn't have friends. Like, I understand why everything was the way it was. I was so in my head, I was healing. All my energy went on myself because I needed it. Like, I didn't have energy or headspace for anything else because like I needed all my attention. Now that I am in a slightly better place, I'm not in like survival mode and some of my energy can go elsewhere, and then all of a sudden my relationship's in a better place. I've got new friendships that are amazing. It all goes back to obviously trusting the process and just learning as much as you can from situations, because we're obviously on the pink theme. This is the Cherry Blossom powder from Huda Beauty, and obviously a pink powder puff. I love this powder, plus I saw Molly May use it in her video, so it was good enough for Molly May, definitely good enough for me. Something I'm trying to work on is doing more things during the week and not just waiting for the weekend, because I've been waking up a lot earlier at the minute, and you realise how much time we do have in the week. A lot of the time I waste it on my phone, basically, but I'm really trying to get out of that habit. I feel really pale at the minute. I'm losing my Australia tan. Is there something pink on here? No. I don't know what to do with my hair. I did technically like flick the ends in earlier, but it's not held well at all. I don't know what blush I want to use. I feel like it will be fun to use like a combination of all the pink ones in here. I never really wear pink, but I actually quite like the colour on myself. What one am I going to go for? Mix these two. Yay, that looks really cute. I usually don't like wearing lots of blush because I feel like it doesn't really suit me, but I don't really care today. Something that I think's really helped me in my relationship, the fact that both of us are still very much our own people outside of our relationship. Like, I love him to pieces, don't get me wrong, but do I want to see him 24/7? No. Like, I love my own time, and so does he. So like, I'm so excited to see him and I'm so excited to spend the weekend with him, but like on Monday I'll feel fine like not seeing him for a few days. My life doesn't like revolve around him. He's a lovely addition to my life and I wouldn't want it any other way, but like he isn't my whole life, and I think that's where quite a lot of people go wrong. Obviously every relationship is different, and sometimes I think people find it weird that we're not on top of each other all the time, but I actually couldn't think of it in a better way. I've got things I'm working on, he's got things he's working on. Like, we both got very different living situations. When I was lacking in the friend department, I would end up relying on him a bit more because I wasn't being like fulfilled in that aspect. But now that I've got a nice balance, everything feels okay. I'm gonna curl my lashes. If you're someone that's got a partner but feels like you don't have many friends, first of all, you're not alone. But as I mentioned earlier, I think it's important to work on your self-love so that you don't reach that like extreme dependency on your partner, because I just think that's putting loads of pressure on them and your relationship that probably isn't going to help you in the long run. So self-love is so important. Before I do mascara, I'm going to put on this pinky highlighter. I use this anyway under my brows, but I'm also just going to kind of pop it on my eyelids because why the hell not? I feel like doing a little bit of a glittery lid. Something that's very common and something that I would say about Henry and I, I'm like, oh, he's my best friend and my boyfriend all in one. And while that is amazing, I don't think it should be a permanent thing. Something I've learned recently is that girlhood is so important, and there's certain things that only like female friendships can bring you. To rely on your partner for all of it forever is intense. So while he is my best friend, I've also got other support systems that fulfill my needs in different ways. So just take some of the pressure off. Like, you just want as little pressure on your relationship, whatever relationship that is, as possible, so that it just is in the correct environment to flourish and grow and be cutesy. This is so glowy and so cute. I might even put more blusher on. Feeling a bit blushy and cute. I'm going to use the Emco Beauty Extend Lash. This is my favourite mascara at the minute. Can't remember what I was saying now. I hope I finished on like a full point instead of just like forgetting halfway through. Yeah, their aim is all of those relationships, but in moderation. You're not relying on just your self-love to get you through life. You're not relying on any one of those three things too heavily. Things I would recommend doing to start your self-love journey, or like an exercise if you're already on your self-love journey. Shadow work is good anyway, so that's just finding prompts and answering them. You can find prompts on Pinterest. That's really good. And there'll be ones specifically for self-love. But something I like to do every now and again, especially if like my self-confidence is a little bit low, is I'll write a list of like all the things I like about myself or all the things I'm good at, because it gets you in a different mindset of like putting yourself down and only seeing like the negatives in situations to suddenly seeing all the positives, all the good things that you offer and that you can do. I did this recently and it's just stuck with me to help improve friendships and to increase the girlhood and female love in your life. I honestly, if this is something you're struggling with, if there's someone you've come across and you've been meaning to message them to do something because you really feel like you'd get along, I am urging you to send that message, because that's how all of my best friendships have been formed in recent years. My friend Molly, we knew each other anyway, but she messaged me on Instagram at the beginning of last year, and then we've pretty much become inseparable ever since. My friend Ella, I met because she messaged and she was like, I met her at an event, and then after she was like, do you want to do something soon? And I was like, yeah, okay. And like, it's out of your comfort zone. It makes you nervous, yes, but like, if I didn't do that, I wouldn't have some of my bestest friends in the whole wide world. If there's been someone that you feel like you'd really get along with, just message them. Put your pride aside. Your pride and your ego is holding you back from so many things, but that's a conversation for another day. Message them and just say, do you want to do something? I don't know if this is like that relevant. It is, but there's a quote that says the magic is in the work that you avoid. And if it's that you've been avoiding spending time with yourself and like with your thoughts because you know there's so much to uncover, then it's in that work where the most progress is going to happen. Same with if you've been meaning to message someone or make plans or reply to someone's text that you've been putting off for ages and ages, and now it just seems too long and too rude. Like, just send the message, just do the thing, because you never know what's going to happen. I've got a current fave lip combo, which is Cappuccino Liner from Rimmel. I guess this isn't that pink, but you're gonna have to forgive me. I then blend it out with Oh My Plump in the shade Cafe Latte from Rimmel, and then I use Pink Honey Bunny Gloss. Yay, I'm really happy with my makeup. I'm gonna put on some setting spray wherever it may be. That Charlotte Tilbury setting spray smells so nice. I might try and get away with leaving my hair as it is. I'm trying to put a little bit less heat on it in the minute, and I feel like I've already put heat on it today. I don't really want to do it again. I feel like now that I've got my makeup on, this hair looks fine. I hope you've enjoyed this girly makeup big sister chat. I just realised I haven't got my rings on. I've been doing this so many times recently. Can't say I'm vibing with the fact that I keep forgetting rings. This is your reminder that there is more than one type of love out there in the world, and some of them are in your control, some of them aren't. Just try and learn as much as you can from every situation that you're put in, and what's meant for you will find you and it won't pass you by, and you will have everything you've ever dreamed of one day you'll have the friendships, you'll have the relationship, you'll love yourself. Like, you just have to make the intention, put the action in, and you will get there. I'm now off to eat my favourite meal in the whole wide world. If you did enjoy this video, make sure to like, comment and subscribe, and of course check me out on my other socials, and I will see you in my next video. Love you, bye.